torque at the low end and just like thumper sounding.
Hello and welcome to what is another episode, except this time it's a bit different. We're not going to spend too much time in the garage, we're actually going to go outside. So first of all, quick update about some of the bikes that we've got here, the Bultaco and the Honda, so a bit of work to be done on these. So on the Bultaco, after quite a lot of playing around, we managed to get it starting and running-ish, although I'm sure it'll give me a bit more grief next time I try again. But really this isn't too bad. Mechanically it looks alright, so it's now registered with DVLA. Ready to go on the road. The main thing I need to do is, other than things like new tyres, these are old and cracked, otherwise not an awful lot. The main thing is to put a speedo on it, speedometer. Actually I can use speedo off a bicycle, that's absolutely fine, as long as it goes up to as fast as this bike will go, which isn't very fast, I think we'll be fine. The other thing is it needs a horn. Now you can get some battery ones, but they're a bit weedy and feeble. What I'm going to do, you see this horrendously complicated wiring loom with about 3 wires in it here, that's all of it, that's the entire electrical system on the bike pretty much. So what I'm going to do is take off, I can't remember which one now, one of these wires I can take off to an AC horn, which I'll bolt on somewhere around here anyway. Not a lot of news here really on the Honda. We've taken the front light off to get all the wires, taken all those connectors off, pulled the wiring loom off the bike and just recreate that from fresh wires. Someone did comment on the last video that you can get wiring looms on eBay. You can occasionally in the US, but it's rare that you find one that's for the right CT90. So for the later ones where the ignition switch is in a different place, you can get them a bit more easily. Even then people are charging silly money for these things. By the time you get it posted from the US it's a lot of money, and even then it's very rare that it's actually for this model where the ignition switch is in a different place. So that's why I've decided to go down the route of just making my own. Okay, so that's a quick look at what we're going to be doing later on with these bikes, but that's not why we're here today. You might spot in the background, if I pan the camera over a little bit, there's another bike in the garage. Here it is, this is my 2003 BMW F650GS. So it's a single cylinder BMW from about 2003 as I say. GS model, so it's a bit on-road, a bit off-road. Not one of the big boxer twins like Charley Boorman and Ewan McGregor rode down to Cape Town or around the world on. It's sort of the mini version in a sense, so it's not a huge amount smaller in terms of seating and riding position. Much smaller engine block really. Pretty reliable as far as they go, touch wood. Put the kiss of death on now, it'll blow up tomorrow. But the point of this, having the little Honda, it was cheap, I couldn't say no. I love that little thing. The Bultaco, very much off-road focused, trials, that sort of thing. I really wanted something while I'm doing those up to actually be able to ride, and something that if I get to a motorway, get to a fast road, I don't think, I can only go 40 miles an hour. I want to actually be able to get there. So the point of this is that me and my partner Sophie can go on adventures all over the place while we've got the COVID pandemic. Don't really want to fly anywhere, to be honest. Don't really want to get on a plane with everybody else and have to quarantine and all that. Why don't we just go on some motorbike adventures around the UK? Anywhere we go that if you get in the car, you turn the key, you're there, boring. On the bike, it's an adventure. Fantastic. So let's get it on the road, have a look how it rides.
It moves alright, this bike does. This is a 2003 BMW F650GS. It's a Rotax single-cylinder 650cc engine, made in Austria, the engine. There was a G650GS later, which is basically the same engine but made in China. A few extra, slightly newer clocks on it, that sort of thing, but otherwise pretty similar. They clunk into gear, they're all quite agricultural almost. The 650 single, it will make a racket. It's not smooth, it's not balanced, but it gives you so much torque at the low end and just like thumper sounding. So it's just its own character really. First proper bike, first motorway capable bike. I'm enjoying this. I thought just to do a bit of adventuring on, the sort of thing where we could go somewhere in the car, sure, but if you can go to the same place on the bike, it just feels like an adventure, even if You're not doing anything wacky, you're not going there, you know, via Cape Town or anything. You just take the bike there, nice and casual. Ooh, so he wasn't going to stop then. Can't just take the cycle route. I feel like I ought to be able to. I'd be a bit cheeky if I did, but go on.
Of course not. So, me and a friend went off to a local trail bike meetup for a barbecue and to have a go on some green lanes.
And don't call me Shirley.
First things first, put the bike on the side stand and hope it holds. It didn't.
Side stand didn't hold it.
After a nice barbecue with some lovely old bikes, including two chaps with a couple of BSAs, it was time to hit the green lanes. With the gain on my helmet microphone set far too high, we hit the road.
Nice pub as well. Oh my god, that roast smells amazing. Gotta come here.
And here we go, new bike, new boots, relatively new rider, first time on a green lane.
Hey! Hey! Mud on my Belstaff.
After the excitement of the first green lane, I became rather chatty.
Ooh, paintball. I like paintball. I've been paintballing in ages. That is a nice cottage. Oh, I want to live here. This is fantastic. And unlike some of the weird villages where they have loads of churches and no pubs, this has got pubs. Fantastic. Oh, I want to live here. I never get why the car tyre tracks cross over on that slippery road sign. No matter how slippery the road is, my left and right wheels can't reverse themselves. They don't want to swap round, do they? Oh, this looks nice as well. Oh, is that a river crossing? Oh, I want to live somewhere with a river crossing. It's a weir. Oh, that's a nice gazebo. Proper wooden gazebo, that. None of this canvas rubbish.
On the next green lane, I began to realise how fit I'm not.
I'm warm. I'm not very fit. I'd love to blame lockdown for that, but to be honest, I can't. I'm just not very fit. I don't know what I'm doing. In fairness, this is what, second green lane now? Today and ever. Oh, but then again, knocked into bloody neutral. And that's how used to this I'm not.
Nevertheless, I was really enjoying this.
Okay. Oh. Let's try this one. Whoop, there we go. Whoop, nearly.
On this next trail, I will say the rocks were much bigger in real life. The GoPro camera really does a good job of flattening the hills and making everything look easy.
Not really good tyres for this, in my defence. Burnt out car there. How'd they get the car down here? I'm still going to BMW GS. Well, if he thinks it's tough, I'm screwed.
With a careful bit of paddling, we got the bike over the rocks and got down the hill alright. Unfortunately, like an idiot, I'd forgotten to press record on the GoPro.
Oh, I didn't record that.
The water crossing was great fun. Until I knocked it into neutral again.
Ah, get in neutral.
I'd made it. After sweltering on the green lanes, I was really glad to be able to cool down a bit.
That airflow is so much better. Oh, I need that.
The rest of the day was a bit of an anticlimax really, we both just made it home safely. Back to the garage. Right, well you join me back in the garage on the bike, having taken it out for a few rides there, and as you can see it's a pretty cool machine. It's barely done any miles, 13,679. It done about 13,200 when I first had it, so even I've barely put any miles on it really. But yeah, it's pretty much a brand new bike really, it's great. This one came with the optional heated grips, which for a little while, turns out the positions there, I thought it'd be off, low and high for the three positions. Turns out off is in the middle. So when I was riding around the first time, quite a warm day, couldn't work out how to turn it off, but eventually I worked out off is in the middle, so I'm no longer roasting my hands. So because of this top box here, the little cover on the back here, where you get to the release for the seat, got removed. Normally it's got a little bit of a key lock, but it's only a bit of flimsy plastic anyway, so it doesn't really stop anybody from getting in to remove the seat anyway. But given I've got this little alcove down here, I've stuffed in there a nice little first aid kit. Safety first. So the only other thing I've really done to this bike so far is to put some luggage frames on. So really, if you're going to go travelling, it'd be nice to have some nice bits of luggage. So this is the Givi, or Givi, however you pronounce it, the Givi mono key system. So the idea is you have one key that unlocks the case for opening it, also unlocks it for easy removal, and actually really is dead easy to fit. So I'm going to lift this onto here, get this aligned. You see the two little holes down there, get those aligned, and then it just goes on with a nice click, and that is it. That is going nowhere. The trick is when you put these panniers on, you put them on, give them a bit of a wriggle and say the words "that's going nowhere," they will never fall off. And then when it comes to removal, yep, there we go, press the button and lift them off. It's like a suitcase. Fantastic. Now the other really neat thing I think about these is that if I push the button to open this, open the little side catches, there we go, and the whole thing opens like this, normal kind of suitcase. What I can do as well, see these little clips here, if I undo the clips, open it like this, and clip these in a different way here, and now look at that. So if I do it up like that, full of luggage on the road somewhere, and we pull over at the services or something, and I think, oh no, I've left something in here, I can just open the side of the panniers and reach in and grab it without having all my stuff fall out onto the floor. What a great idea. As much as I go on and on about bikes, I've actually not done that many hours riding. I've got quite a lot of experience to gain, but this is great. It's a nice starter bike for getting into a bit of touring, having someone on the back of the bike, riding around tour, that sort of thing, and it's really good fun. It's great, you know. So I'm gonna take it easy, put a few miles on it, see how we go, and hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.